Hello YouTube, welcome back to another watch video. And all of my viewers are familiar with this watch. This is my Seiko SGF206. If you've been following my channel, you know that I bought this watch and reviewed it over a year ago. And so I have to say that I now have a year of wearing this watch and being able to share my impressions and my feedback with you all. So let's go ahead and get started, but of course, let us not forget our wristwatch check. And here is my Rolex Datejust from my birth year. And as you can see, the two watches are of a similar style, so I thought it was appropriate to wear this watch on the day that we are doing our 12-month review of the Seiko SGF206. First and foremost, I have to say that this Seiko watch is reliable. Now that goes without saying. Most of you who have owned a Seiko watch or have heard of Seiko quality, you know that Seiko watches tend to be pretty reliable. And of course, as you can see on the dial underneath the Seiko name, it does say quartz, which does lend some of the reliability behind this watch. Number one, this watch keeps time really, really well. I have to say that during the times that I wear this watch, I don't find myself having to reset the time to keep it accurate. Having a quartz movement, you can expect that the watch will be perhaps off by a little bit, plus or minus about 10 seconds per month. That is pretty darn reliable. In other words, it keeps time well. In addition to the reliability of timekeeping, of course, it also is reliable on the wrist. You never want the watch to fall off of your wrist when you're wearing it. And so part of the reliability of this watch, of course, has to do with the bracelet, specifically the stainless steel Jubilee style bracelet that you see on this watch as it came from the manufacturer. It also does have a very secure clasp, and it really does feel good on the wrist. It doesn't feel at all like it's going to slip or fall off. It is, of course, of a push button type clasp, which really does add to the confidence when you're wearing this watch that it is not going to come undone, unlike other watches that just snap shut and you have to pull off. If I were to give an example, of course, I could just directly compare to the Rolex Datejust that I have on my wrist right now. It is not of the push button type clasp. For example, you have to just simply pull it in order for it to come apart, and to secure the watch, you just simply press it. Now, I haven't had any issues with the clasp on this 33-year-old watch, but I will say that you just feel a lot more secure when you are using a push button clasp. It just really feels like it's not going to come apart unless you specifically want it to release using those buttons. And another part about the reliability of this watch is the finish. This is a gold-plated finish, or in other words, we call it this gold tone stainless steel. And I have to say that this is my very first all gold tone watch. And I did have some concerns when I bought this watch. I was worried that perhaps the gold finish would wear off and the stainless steel underneath would show. I have not had that be a problem at all with this watch. Even the clasp, which does have a little nick in it, and this is the area that oftentimes does show some wear on most watches. As you can see, it's looking pretty pristine. I don't think that there will be any issues with the finish on this watch should you choose to buy it. It is a wonderful watch you can wear day in and day out without a concern about the gold tone finish. Now, other things I like about this watch is the style. Again, I have to say, as you can tell, I like watches that have this similar style. This you would consider calling a dress watch. Now, what are some features about this watch that make it a dress watch? Number one is the size, this being about 38 millimeters in diameter. It is not a very large or sporty appearing watch. This is a watch that you can wear with a suit. It is thin, and so what that means is that it fits underneath the cuff if you're wearing a dress shirt, for example, or an office shirt. And so it's something that can be comfortably worn with dress wear or professional wear. In fact, I have worn this many times in the workplace, in the professional setting, and it goes well with my professional attire, meaning button-up shirt, dress pants, dress shoes, and belt, and it goes well with the attire. Now, the other thing that makes this watch great, because it's so versatile, is it doesn't have to be worn with dress clothing. You can wear this casually. You can wear this with a t-shirt and jeans as you're going out just for, you know, a run to the grocery store or to meet up with some friends for some coffee. And so it is really great that you can wear this watch with dress clothing or also casually as well. And of course, again, part of the style of this watch is it is a homage watch to the Rolex Datejust with many features that are similar. Number one, of course, the Jubilee bracelet, and then the fluted dial that surrounds the bezel as well, in the face of the watch, I should say, the fluted bezel. So it is a great watch overall. Now, thirdly, the comfort of this watch. Again, this watch is very light. I will have in the description below the actual weight of the watch, but it is not a heavy watch, and so that does add to the comfort of the watch. You know, if you're wearing a watch that is very heavy and weighs down your wrist, it is something that you may get some fatigue from or get tired of wearing. This is a watch that you do not get tired of wearing, which is great. You can wear it the entire day without having to feel the need to take it off. Now, secondly, the Jubilee bracelet, because of the many links and the complete flexibility of the bracelet, really does add to the comfort. It really allows, and again, I'm going to use this Jubilee bracelet as an example, it really does allow conforming to the shape of the wrist. And so that, again, of course, really adds to the comfort that a Jubilee bracelet has to offer. Now, I will say, of course, stainless steel or steel bracelets in general tend not to be as comfortable as, say, a leather band or a silicone band. However, when it comes to stainless steel bands, a Jubilee bracelet is hard to beat in terms of comfort. So again, I've really enjoyed wearing this watch for the past year. I really wanted to just share my 12-month impression and feedback with you guys. If you have any questions about this watch, if you're considering buying it, for example, and you want to know how does this watch hold up, or how does this watch fit in terms of style and different settings, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And just kind of let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this watch? Do you own this watch? Do you like it? Are you thinking about buying this watch? Share your thoughts with me. And of course, if you want to continue to follow my journey with discovering watches and sharing my experiences, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you have learned something from this video. Otherwise, it was very good to share this 12-month impression with you all, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. You guys have a wonderful day.